What up? Thanks for joining me. We're gonna make a DIY like boo-boo slash booty spray tonight for our DIY pretty rockin' glasses. And it's kind of a theme. I'm trying on all these cool like Facebook things. I just think it's fun. I have no other reason to use them other than the fact that I'm hopping on live and I just think they're so fun. So these are the popping glasses for if you're going to be cool like me and DIY. Hey, Blake, what is it? You're like the first one every time. You rock. So, you don't have little kids, but you can always hang out, share with someone who does. We're going to make a DIY boo-boo spray. You can put it on any kind of scrapes, cuts, owies, diaper rash for those with small babies. This stuff is amazing. So I'm going to remove my glasses because I'm going to be cool like that. There we go. Hi. All right. Thanks for joining me all. But yeah, so it's not going to be a real long video. I just wanted to give you kind of an example of what kind of fun things you can do with your oils. So here's these little bottles that I was sharing about before. And then you can get some fantastic labels, stickers, that sort of thing. You can order them through various essential oil sites. I mean, if you want to just be cheapo and be awesome. Hi, Stephanie. How are you? Hi, Sonia. Thanks for joining me. You can even go to like Staples and get your labels, just the blank white printable labels, and either print your own, or you can buy some fun ones. Like, remember when we talked about the collections, they come with stickers. And then these were just one that I have. One of my favorite resources is Oil Life. Oil Life is amazing. So is Aroma Tools. Hi, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Stephanie. You're awesome. But the stickers came in here. So this is totally fun. Hi, Rebecca. Thanks for joining. Totally fun. So like this has a keyboard disinfectant. Some of these little things you can get. I think this was their 2017 lookbook. I'm looking forward to 2018. But yeah, so you'll need one of these little glass vial of some kind and then some kind of label. I have determined that this today will be a great day booty spray for my babes is not going to be good enough for my husband. I'm going to actually have to write booty spray on there because I'm like, okay, Brian, remember it's this one. It's not this other one that has peppermint in it. That's for the pillows. And he the look he gave me scared me a little bit. So just label them so you and your loved ones will remember which spray goes where. Okay. Then the other things you'll need are water. How cool is that? If you live in the city and you have pretty chlorinated water, I would suggest distilled water. Just because the chlorination, I don't know if that's going to make or break anything on your children. Me personally, I would just prefer distilled water. But we have a well, and then we have a filter that filters our well water, so it's super pure. So water, a carrier oil of some kind. I use the fractionated coconut oil by doTERRA. The reason I use this, obviously, is it's provided by doTERRA, so I know that this is 100% totally pure. And then it works really well with my oils. It it absorbs really nicely. And so that's just my preference. And it's super liquidy, I guess. It's not real viscous, so it's going to come out the sprayer really well. Hi, Elaine. Thanks for joining me. So you're going to need a carrier oil of some kind. And then the 3 oils, which I was reading that book the other night, and she had an Owie Boo Boo spray in there too. Hey, Ashley, thanks for joining me. So these 3 are very safe for kids. They're super soothing, but the first is Melaleuca. This is really amazing. This one is frankincense. That's awesome. Frankincense is it's the king of oils, and I say that every time I talk about it because it really is true. This is one of those oils that really has a synergistic effect when put with other oils. It just maximizes what they could each do individually. It's really interesting if you read the studies on it. But also, it's just one of those well-rounded oils. It's super soothing. It's great for the skin. It supports a really healthy inflammatory response in the body, which, as we know, when you get injured, sometimes the inflammation hurts worse than the actual owie does. And then, of course, the other one is lavender. And who doesn't love an actual lavender? Side story, I used to hate lavender. And when I say hate, I actually mean, like, if my mom were to get out her like pillow spray and go to town in her bedroom, like, I'd leave for hours because of my asthma. I would always react, and I never knew why. She loved the smell of it, but I always reacted to the fragrance. And so when I first became a part of doTERRA, one of the first things I was really concerned about was respiratory reaction to my essential oils. And of course, I studied up and down, back, forward, up, down, round and round to make sure they were safe. And then, of course, the true test is doing the smell for yourself. And what I noticed immediately is that this lavender did not smell like any of the other lavender that I'd ever smelled before. And then, of course, I found out about synthetics and the way that the perfuming industry and those sorts of industries use essential oils and their purity and so on and so forth. But anyway, lavender is an amazing oil. It's one of those oils that you get a full body kind of response to. So it's great for not just the boo-boo that you're putting it on, but for the rest of your body as well, which I love that. I love when I'm taking care of my kids. It's a full body care for them. And the reason we're doing this tonight is because I had to mix some of this up tonight for my daughter, who is 3 and is showing kind of like a weird, kind of like a diaper rash. Okay, for those non-parenting people, this was for moms and dads. I did mention that. So she's kind of showing a diaper rash. And I think that's because she's at the age where she's potty training and she's very independent and some things just don't go as well. And so we were sure that we cleaned her really well, and then I put this on her. It's also really great for a booty deodorizer. My youngest son is stinky. Can I get a like? Any parents out there that notice that one of your many children just tends to have a fragrance that the rest of them did not have? He is just a smelly boy. And so I use this as a prevention on his booty, and then I also use it as a booty spray, right? Kind of like a midday, like that spritz you down before we get you washed up. So these are the 3 oils. And so I'm not going to necessarily show you how it goes down because it's pretty easy. Y'all are smart. But I'm going to tell you. So the first thing that I do is I fill it about a quarter of the way with my carrier oil. Now, I love coconut oil for all the reasons I explained, but the other thing about coconut oil is it's antimicrobial in its own right. All by itself, coconut oil is an amazing, all by itself, it's amazing to put on an owie. It's very soothing. It's also antibacterial, that sort of thing. And so, like, I'll use it when I get my legs waxed so that it helps to keep down, like, the ingrown hairs and all the other little, shave bumps and that sort of thing. So I put this in there because, remember, we don't want it to clog up your sprayer. So if you're going to pick an oil, pick something that's super liquid, not real viscous. And then the other cool thing about this one, even though it's coconut, because it's fractionated, it does not get hard at room temp or at less than room temperature. It stays liquid all the time. Okay, so I fill it up a quarter, about here, and then I put my oils in. And there's a lot of different recipes as far as how many of each one you put in, but to make it real easy, I just put the same amount of every single one in. And because I'm pretty sparing, I just spritz them once or twice. One of these little bottles will last me a long time. I put 15 drops of each in on top of this oil. So 15 drops of Melaleuca, 15 drops of lavender, and then 15 drops of the frankincense. Okay? And I put those in there. And you'll find that that essential oil is going to get into the fractionated coconut oil, and it's going to disperse in. It's going to become kind of its own animal. And then I filled the rest of it up to about here, to about the curve, because remember, you have to stick the lid in, and you don't want it overflowing everywhere because that oil is going to come up to the top, remember? So you stick it in, and then you use your distilled water or whatever, and then you just shake that bad boy up. Remember to shake it every time you use it. The interesting thing, though, is when it separates out, it's almost kind of cloudy. So it's like it doesn't quite separate all the way out. So even if you just had the water in there, you're going to have, hey, Chris, thanks for joining me. You're going to have a great boo-boo spray. And I first came across this spray a few years ago. A friend of mine who was involved with doTERRA gave it to me at a baby shower, and I was always like, I need more of this. I need more of this. Where can I get it? Some of the worst diaper rashes that my kids ever had, I just spray this on there. And let's be honest, I get my nails done. I don't want to be digging my hands in some nasty butt paste or whatever else that other goo is that you put on their booty. Nice spray, psh, 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 all done, right? Like it? Yep. So this is great. You can, hi Mark, thanks for joining. So apart from the Correct-X, which is a really great option for owies and burns on children, which Lord, let's hope we never have to do that, right? All parents raise their hand and say aye. But this is just a great one, especially for booty deodorant, or especially when they get those kind of rashes. There's several moms and other people who approached me about, you know, my kid has a terrible diaper rash. What oil should I use? And this is a great one. Now remember, all these 3 oils, they're super, super gentle, I guess I should say. Melaleuca, and then the lavender, and then the frankincense, and they're all a great support. And then in all the research that I read, usually these 3 are among those that are considered super safe for kids. Now remember, use them responsibly. Don't leave them somewhere where your kids can get into them. Children, I have found that children love essential oils, love them. And if they could, they would apply like lotion all over their body. So just be careful. Don't leave your DIY kit laying anywhere where they can get a hold of it. But hey Gary, thanks for joining. But anyway, that's that. So for a quick DIY, there you go. Also, stick your sticker on there. Again, please label it so you don't end up spritzing your baby's booty with something that you shouldn't. Like in the same kind of a bottle upstairs, I have a peppermint On Guard spray. Hey Byron, thanks for joining. I have a peppermint On Guard spray that I spray on the pillows at night, and with, I think it's got lavender or serenity in there for nighttime. And that one's not marked. Poo on me. But this one's for my babies, and that one will sit up there with the diapers and that sort of thing. So I'll remember which one's which. I don't know if my man will. So just remember to label them. And I thought this was a great sticker. Today will be a great day. Yes, because which parent does not like having their babies feel good? And there's nothing like a diaper rash that'll ruin a day. So anyway, thanks guys. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.